Picture a stadium so enormous, it seems to defy logic. 115,000 seats rising like a modern amphitheater on the outskirts of Casablanca. A colossal structure inspired by ancestral tents, stretching across 100 hectares of reclaimed land. This isn't fantasy. The Grand Stade Hassan II in Morocco is under construction. A $500 million, 115,000-seat behemoth aiming to eclipse even North Korea's legendary Colosseum and claim the title of the world's largest football stadium. It's more than a venue, it's ambition given form, a national statement designed to draw the eyes of the world by 2030. Chapter 1. Dreaming Big on Reclaimed Land. Morocco has long dreamed of stadium grandeur. Hosting rights slipped through their fingers for both the 2010 and 2026 World Cups, but fortune favored them after that historic semi-final run in 2022. That performance rekindled a national goal, building a stage worthy of finals and festivals. In October 2023, the government signed off on a plan to pour 5 billion Moroccan dirhams, roughly $500 million into the new Grand Stade Hassan II. The site is positioned strategically on the coast, 10 kilometers north of Casablanca. It was once a lifeless patch of industrial land, cranes, rusted freight, oil drums, but now it's being reborn as a glittering district where steel meets sea breeze and sport meets skyline. More than 70 hectares are being transformed into a sporting arc, not just for fans, but for culture, commerce, and community. A stadium inspired by the Musum tent, woven into glass and steel arches, rooted in tradition but thrust into the future. This is how Morocco plans to leave its mark, not just by competing on the pitch, but by owning the world's attention, by hosting the 2030 final, by anchoring Africa's footballing renaissance, and by building a new chapter of national pride in concrete, turf, and light. Chapter 2. Architecture of Scale and Symbolism. Look at the renderings and the scale punches you in the chest. 115,000 seats arranged across 3 tiers, forming an epic bowl of human energy. 32 stairways pour spectators into the structure like cascading rivers. The stands soar nearly 30 meters above ground, pressing fans close to the pitch while still feeling intimate. On the outside, a monumental canopy arches like a futuristic tent, combining ancient North African design with modern engineering. That sweeping roof isn't just for show. It filters heat and sun, cools the bowl, and channels rainwater into an intricate collection system used for irrigation and maintenance. Solar panels line the upper rim, soaking up the Moroccan sun and feeding it back into a grid powering lights, kitchens, and broadcast infrastructure. Inside the stadium, the pitch floats beneath a translucent roof. It's a visual masterpiece. Light filters through in soft waves, turning day games into radiant experiences. The bowls design traps and reflect sound, so every chant, every song, every roar is amplified to spine-tingling levels. Beyond the basics, there are elevated gardens. Yes, gardens, 28 meters above the street. Royal boxes and luxury lounges are carved into the upper tiers, offering panoramic views and 5-star comfort. Botanical walkways line the corridors, filled with Moroccan greenery and designed to connect people with culture, even as they wait for kickoff. And perhaps the most breathtaking detail, light sculptures built into the architecture. As night falls, the entire stadium can glow with color, casting shadows and light shows that turn every match into theater. This isn't just architecture, it's storytelling through steel. Chapter 3. Engineering a giant. Building the largest stadium in the world isn't just about ambition, it's about control, precision, safety, and strategy. The ground beneath it was once marshy and unreliable. To solve this, engineers have driven hundreds of concrete piles deep into the seabed, creating a foundation that's both firm and flexible, able to withstand seismic activity and extreme weather. Above that, thousands of tons of structural steel are being assembled into a skeleton capable of supporting both the canopy and the upper tiers. The canopy alone is a technological marvel. It's covered in 10,000 glass composite panels, each engineered to resist heat and ultraviolet radiation while still allowing natural light to bathe the seating areas. They're smart panels. Some even adjust their opacity based on sunlight intensity, helping regulate internal temperature without burning energy. Under the pitch, a web of high-tech pipes handles undersoil heating and turf irrigation. This is essential. not just for player safety, but to maintain a lush, healthy playing surface all year round. The stadium can be cooled, drained, or refreshed in hours. It's a living system. Then there's movement: 32 escalators, dozens of stairwells, private vehicle drop zones, 2 highway interchanges, public tram stops. Thousands of fans can enter and exit with military efficiency. But the best parts? They're invisible. Underground tunnels crisscross the facility for staff, equipment, security, and broadcast crews. Retractable camera rigs, convertible seating banks, hidden power storage. The stadium is practically its own city. Stick around until the end to see how this enormous stadium doubles as an acoustic concert hall, and how Moroccan engineers developed a noise-dampening trick that makes it roar like thunder inside, but barely whisper beyond its walls. Chapter 4. A stadium for all seasons. Most mega stadiums suffer between games. They sit empty. They decay. Not this one. The Grand Stade Hassan II has been designed for transformation. It's a football venue, yes, but it's also a concert arena, a convention space, and a festival site. The pitch area is fully modular. Stage panels can be installed in less than 36 hours. Seating banks convert into standing terraces or amphitheater setups. Acoustics are fine-tuned through mechanical louvers along the roof, which can adjust for everything from orchestras to heavy metal. Each hospitality level serves a dual purpose. On match days, they're filled with suits and sponsors. On weekdays, they open as restaurants, meeting venues, and community hubs. Moroccan cuisine meets modern design. Lounges adorned with local art, open kitchens, coffee spaces, and pop-up museums dedicated to sport and heritage. The surrounding district adds more functionality. Parks, shopping arcades, public fitness tracks, and an artificial lagoon make it a destination year-round. There's a university partnership planned, turning parts of the complex into research labs for sports science and engineering. Students and professionals alike will be able to study the stadium's data, airflow, crowd movement, energy use, all in real time. And if you're wondering about revenue, this stadium isn't just expensive, it's designed to pay for itself. Morocco expects over 4 million visitors per year, including tourists and locals. With multi-use scheduling, dynamic pricing, and partnerships for naming rights, the Grand Stade Hassan II is poised to become one of the most profitable stadiums on the planet. Chapter 5. Legacy, Risks, and the Future of Football. Every dream has risks. Can Morocco truly deliver this stadium on time and on budget? Can they sustain it long-term without draining public funds? Critics say the $500 million budget may balloon to $600 or even $700 million. But Morocco's response has been smart. Public-private funding, international partnerships, and performance-based contracts. Miss your deadline? Lose your bonus. Exceed emissions targets? Get a subsidy. There are social questions too. Will the surrounding neighborhoods benefit, or will the stadium become an isolated island of prestige? That's why plans include public transport upgrades, low-income housing within 5 kilometers, and community use clauses baked into every facility agreement. If it works, the rewards will be monumental. Morocco won't just have the world's largest stadium, they'll have a new symbol, a beacon for North African innovation, a challenge to Europe's dominance in global football infrastructure. And perhaps more important than any record or title, they'll have built something that inspires. Future generations of African architects, engineers, players, and fans will grow up with this place as a backdrop. They won't just imagine greatness, they'll walk into it every week. Imagine that night, the World Cup final, 90 minutes into extra time. 115,000 fans pulsing with hope. The lights swirl like a galaxy above. The air is thick with anticipation, and a single goal explodes across the bowl in a shockwave of joy. This isn't just the biggest stadium in the world. It's a monument to what football can become. And the secret? It's designed to feel massive until you're inside. Then somehow it feels personal, like a home.